Used to bag work about an apartment 5B.
You're now tuned into the Apartment 5B podcast, where we chop it up about hip-hop, R&B, sports, love and life. Hosted by Kill.
What's good? You tune in Apartment 5B podcast, hosted by your man Kill. I got my squad up here in effect with me tonight. I got my man Jake out of Boston. What's good, fam?
Yo, what's going on, man? Thanks for having me.
No doubt, man. Good looking for chopping it back up. I got my man Nick out the ATL. What's good, fam?
What's going on? Let's get it on.
No doubt. I got my homegirl Portia, who I lean on so much. I gotta start paying you a salary. So, good looking out, Portia. What's going on with you?
How's it going, Kill?
Everything is great. I got my man Nigel chopping it up with us for the first time. What's going on, Nigel?
What's up, Kill? What's up, y'all?
What's going on?
No doubt. I got my man Will up here chopping it up with the first time. What's good brother?
Yo, what's up, man? Appreciate being on it.
No doubt,
Let's
man.
get it.
No doubt. I appreciate y'all making time for it. Y'all already know what it is. I don't want to waste no time. Let's get right into it. One of the biggest things I'm always chopping it up about with people, Porsche, Nick, everybody who's on Twitter knows. Oh, we always talking about who's the GOAT, who's the greatest, whatever, and we always gonna hear the same name. But the thing that intrigues me even more than that is who are your personal favorites. Same thing with ball. We're talking about who's the best ever. You're gonna hear the Jordans, the Kobe's. You know, you hear the same names, but when you talk about who's your favorite, that's when you start to, hit everything like that. So that's what we're gonna be chopping up about tonight. Who are your five favorite MCs, and what are three verses from them that are like your favorite verses? These don't have to be the nicest verses. They're your personal favorite verses. So that's what we're going to be chopping it up about tonight. Nigel, your first time chopping it up with us. Who is one of your favorite MCs? And what are three of those verses that stand out for you?
Yeah, I appreciate the topic because, when you do get into those who's the best, you kind of who you're supposed to say. And sometimes I got to debate, like, do I throw in my personal cat? Because if I do, of course, that's not the commercially accepted cat. So I like how you sort of bifurcated, like, your personal favorite and the best. So my personal favorite MC of all time is the great African-American philosopher, Grand Puba, Maxwell.
Okay.
So, the first verse that I got from Grand Puba is now for those of y'all, I asked Kill if he could just play each of our verses, but he didn't think that was best. But because I'm gonna mess it up, Portia, I think I agree with what you were saying. Like, I'm gonna destroy what I'm trying to advocate for from Grand Puba. But the verse from Grand Puba that I selected here is called Soul Controller from Real to Real, his first solo album. All right, so he says, now wake up, cause you went back to sleep. Grab a hold of your mental, cause this next verse is deep. Now check out the thing and what they did to Rodney King that goes to show ya who controls ya. The devil man, when brothers went looting in Cali, they used the quarter cam, the same as the policeman, but I bet my last bottom dollar, G. The brothers that they picked up won't go free. See, I'm a disbeliever when it comes to jungle fever. Ayo, God, you trust the devil? Now cipher. Me neither. Now brothers say, why you diss the church? Like, cause if church was good for us, it wouldn't be on every block of our neighborhood. Just like a liquor store, it just ain't no good. They represent the 10%. Now Mama Love has no loot, but she'll spend her last dime to make sure her child has an Easter suit. What is this with Christmas? I just can't see. Spending your money, giving the credit to a fat man coming down the chimney. I just can't see it. It's like TV telling lies to your vision. Haji God is here to make a controller.
Yeah. The funny thing about that album, bro, it's shocking to me how many people didn't like that album. I love Real. I thought it was a legit album, but I come across so many people who were like, I was let down. And I'm like, I don't know what you expect. Like, that was Puba. Like, the beats was dope. The rhymes was dope. I don't, but I definitely feel you, man.
I think, a lot of the thing with Puba, I think, is like, he's one of, I know Rakim is like the first, like, sort of 5%er that really, it was like introducing the 5% language to his lyrics. But Puba did it in such a smooth way that if you don't really understand the 5% mathematics, you're going to miss a lot of the intricacies of what he's saying.
Right. No doubt. So what's another verse you got from the Grand Puba?
The second one that I got is from another song from the same album. It's actually the very called Proper Education. And I'm not gonna. It's a little shorter, but he says, "Now they gave restitution to the Japanese. You see, they gave restitution to the Jews. Now over 400 years of slavery, rape, and murder, but I guess there's no restitution for the coons. They want to use us as a tool and also as a slave in the land of the free and the home of the brave. Musa came to the cave and taught them the trick knowledge that the devil once forgot. Now the 10% rules over the 85. You see, we have to do more than just keep hope alive. I don't hope and I don't do dope, but I still feel the pain from my ancestors swinging on a rope. Now pardon me as I distill on a devil's grill. Now me trust the devil? I never will. I just grab my butt and put it on my lapel, grab my people and get out of hell. See, this is why we much teach a young black nation proper education.
Yeah. And for the younger cats out there who may not know, for a time being, Grand Puba was the nicest MC walking the planet Earth. Like, that year, Puba was the truth. You know what I mean? He was easily top 3, if not the dopest. Dude was getting a spot on everybody's album, from Mary J, the Brand New Heavies. Everybody wanted a Puba verse for their album. Not to mention, Puba is one of the dudes who put me on the low and put me on the hill figure. He's definitely the one who put me on the hill figure.
And here's the thing, like my third one, I hope I won't punish you guys and do another verse, but my third verse is called 360 Degrees from the Real to Real album. And in that verse, I chose that one because of what you said, Kill. He actually is the person responsible for why every black person wore a book bag and hill figure. I mean, he is the person responsible for that. So his influence, especially at that time, is obviously there.
Yeah. One of my favorite lines: your bold tang and baggy hill figure on the tap, knapsack on the back. That's just the flavor. You know what I mean?
That's it. That's the verse. That's from that song. That's my third verse. That's the verse right there.
Yep. So
you know what was dope about Puba is that he was so smooth too. It sounded like everything sounded like a party rhyme.
Yeah.
But then you would listen to him and be like, when Real to Real came out, I was 14, and I'm going, I don't know what he's talking about. I thought this was just like, I thought we were drinking and smoking. Nope, this is like,
but this is the thing. This is the thing about Puba. I'm with you. I was around the same age, right? I was maybe a little older, but the thing with Puba is like, I'm 40 now, right? And I'm still trying. Like, Puba's whole thing is like, get a lot of chicks and the black man is God. Like, that's like his program.
Yeah.
Right? It takes a long time to kind of like redo that. You know what I'm saying? Where you gotta develop a philosophy for yourself as an older person. But Puba really kind of set the tone for a lot of us that carried that throughout our young adulthood.
Yeah. And the other thing about Puba that a lot of people don't realize, Puba was an old head.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When I was coming up with hip hop, I used to always think these rappers were my age. So when I'm 13 and 14 and I'm hearing really more like 12 and I'm hearing Big Daddy Kane Raw, I'm thinking he 15, 16. This dude already in his 20s. You know what I mean? So with Puba, especially, he was older than Don and Jamar. So, he was coming from he was a grown man, there
right.
on All For One and everything like that. So now those are definitely dope verses. Porsche, what's up with you? Who's one of your favorite MCs and what's some of them verses?
I had to put Big on here at first. I mean, I can't I can't do a list without Big at the top. So, and then mine, I have Everyday Struggle, which is verse 2. It's the part where he says, like, I'm in the caravan on my way to Maryland, and then he says, with my man 2Tex to take over the projects. They call him 2Tex. He tote 2Tex. And the reason I like that one is because he's just so poetic with it. And Big uses poetry like it's like he's breathing. And poets can't even do that. Like actual scholarly poets can't do that. And Big did it so easily. So that's one of the ones that I loved. So.
All right, what's the other two joints?
You gotta give us the other two.
Yeah, the other two. So Sky's the Limit. I love the whole song. I wish I could put the whole song on here, but if I narrowed it down to it was a shame, my crew was lame, I have enough heart for most of them, long as I got stuff for most of them. It's on even when I was wrong, I got my point across. And I just, again, Big is just so poetic with it. I love that. And then One More Chance remix, my favorite hip hop song of all time.
Now, which one? The video joint or the hip hop joint with the old dun 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 dun?
Yeah.
Or the video.
The One More Chance remix.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
the one with Fave singing. Oh no, she's in the video.
Yeah. So the one with the video. Yeah, the one with Fave. So and then my favorite on that is I'm clocking your Versace shades watching. Yeah, because those were his signature. The Versace shades. Like that's just that. Synonymous with Big. So when he says that, I love it. It's such a dope verse and a great line and everything. So
all right, no doubt. Well, what you got for us, brother? Which one of yours and what's the 3 verses?
My favorite MC of all time is, and I'll take 3 verses just off of Liquid Swords because I don't want to. This is my, like I said, this is my favorite, so I got to do it right. I got to do it justice. All right. First one I'm gonna take is Fourth Chamber off of Liquid Swords, and he batted cleanup on this joint. So he goes, the banks of G, all cream downs, I bet. Money feet good, opposites off the set. It ain't hard to see. My seats need God degree. I got mouths to feed. Unnecessary beef is more cows to breed. I'm on some tax-free shit, by any means, whether bound to hit scheme or some counterfeit cream. I learned much from such with cons who ran schemes. Veterans got the game spiced like ham, and from that, sons are born and guns are drawn. Clips are fully loaded, and then blood floods the lawn. Action was strength. That made me trumpet. The length 1/10, woofers stomp, tweeters hiss like air pumps. RZA shake the track, niggas caught razor pumps. And I don't normally say the N-word, but I gotta do it justice. Scared trying to figure who invented this unprecedented, opium scented, dark tinted. Now watch me blow him out his shoes without causing. Now, cousins, I won't hesitate to detonate. I'm short. The double entendre, the breath control, the lyrics. I mean, this dude, he runs the gauntlet. Like everything that an MC and the lyricist is, because there's a differentiation. He runs the gauntlet. So if you want knowledge, he'll give you knowledge itself. If you want just wordplay, he'll give it to you. Breath control, give it to you. Like this dude is. He's the genius. It's self-explanatory. Investigative reports. It might be like my favorite Jizza song. And just the title alone is letting you know the introspection that the average black male in the hood will give you. Just like a Connie Chung or Walter Cronkite. Like these are the narratives that go from the voiceless, and he's giving a voice to them. Calling all cars ghetto. Cycles armed with dangerous, leaving mad scars on those who are, pardon me, who are found and found, gagged and shot when they blast the spot. Victims took off like astronauts. Get with this, even your best can. Come on down, you're the next contestant. Get your pockets dug from all your chemical bank ends. Caught him at the red light on Putnam Avenue and Franklin. They used to heat up the cipher with a shot that was hyper than the average JFK sniper. He just came home to Spofford, pulling Kaufman, and laid that ass out like carpet. Stop the stuttering, boy. Save the planes for the 5-0. Then phrase the guard. Wow. They released shots and premiered tape to grab, and then they jacked back to the lab. And the remain in Shaolin and Endangered Island, where shorties lose blood by the gallons. So my man just paints pictures so vivid, and I don't even do it right. Or like I said, I get amped, so like I'll flutter over the verse or whatever. But arguably most lyrical, most intellectual, most sophisticated and brief and straight to the point lyricist of all time. Loquacious, however you want to take it, he'll give it to you.
All right.
So that's my man, the Jizzle.
No doubt, no doubt. Nick, who you got up next, bro?
That's one of mine, so I'll just piggyback off of him. So we'll have to come back to it. Jizza, for all of the reasons he's already said, he actually took 2 of the songs I was going to use. With,
I saw you rocking to him, Nick.
The fourth chamber joint in the joint with Meth, and so I'll just say labels, because I think that was the first single he dropped.
Yep.
And just him putting all of the record labels in that verse was just brilliance. And I think he like a Leo too, so I'm proud of that. Or he might be like right at the Leo Virgo crossover, but we gonna claim him for the Leos. So Jizza, the genius. All right. I don't have to say nothing because he already said it.
Right. All right, no doubt.
Yeah.
Who you got up for your first one, bro? Jake, who you got up?
Oh, my bad. So the thing is, my favorite MC changes like every other month, depending on who I'm listening to most. So, my favorite MC of all time is like KRS-One, but I don't think KRS-One's verses are killer verses. They don't kill people. They're not murderous. They're not like whoa. He's just an MC. When he comes in a room, he controls it. So I started going through like just verses that I just recite to myself that get me hyped. You know what I mean? And so I know we had mentioned him a little bit earlier before we started, but right now I think this dude Conway, I'll be the new school cat. His verses, just his flow and his verses is so dope, man. It just reminds me of. I always tell people when I'm like, yo, it's like Cuban Links, Ray and Ghost meets like Hell on Earth, like Mobb Deep, like to get, you know what I mean? Like you got 100 different ways of saying gun.
That's tough right there, man. That's tough right there, man. I don't know.
There's a lot of knowledge.
That might be blasphemy.
No, hey, listen. Just listen to this verse, and it's going to be edited a lot because I'm not saying the N-word at all. This is off the GOAT album, the grimiest of all time album mixtape thing they dropped. Side topic: how come they're not releasing music like in stores, like on Shady? But anyway, Benny goes first, and then this dude says, look, my mind's scientific, but I reside in a crime-inflicted environment where guys are buying bricks and driving big shit. A fire biscuits turn your mind to liquid. As far as rhyming, it's a giant to a midget. Every line exquisite. Grimiest of all time to pen, so when it's time to mention the top 5 guys who did it, why am I enlisted? That I find ridiculous. Considering we see nobody this consistent since like 95 and 96-ish. I'm like, I'm in my truck just like it just keeps going and going and going. It's like, it's real in my city, think I'm lying visit. Who's down Christmas, seeing to the 9 inside your fitted. You said you supplied, so my youngins come and kick down the door where you reside so they can try and get it. Still rhyming the same rhyme scheme the whole time. Little homie can't wait to hit you. That money ain't worth it. You die, he's gonna take it with. You can't take it with. I give that nod, he's gonna quake his pistol. You believe in God, then you better pray with you. And it gets kind of simple from there, but Derringer Beast had me write until I break the pencil. I came a long way from weighing crystal. Blazing nickel plated pistols through your facial tissue. Lurking in that void. Looking in that van, boy, I'm on my way to get you. Clip full of AK missiles. I ain't playing with you. Now, what he's saying is wildly ignorant, okay? And I'm not off people getting shot in the face and launching missiles on stuff. But what I look, the flow, because I'm an MC myself, so when I think about writing that, I'm like, yo, this is just crazy, man. So there's that one.
You know the funny thing is, bro, I was trying to explain Conway to my man the other day, and I was like, I'm in no way saying he's nowhere near big, but what he is he's an MC that's so dope. He doesn't need an incredible beat to rhyme over. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because, yeah, I mean, their just beats aren't nothing that's some old scratch in your head. How did he do this type beat? They just grimy.
Yeah.
But he reminds me of how when Big first came out with Dreams, and it's just like Big could just rhyme over a break beat. The dopest song, and to me, that's how Conway is. It's almost like Conway, again, I'm not saying he's Beans, but he's like right there in that Beans. He's in that Beans mold of being able to talk that street shit and it be official. So I'm with you. It's funny. I was gonna name Conway too on mine, but go ahead and finish what you got next.
So the second verse I got from him is, and I really only got two from each cat, if I'm being honest. But it's on the Sky Zoo album, The Easy Truth. The song's called Basquiat on the Draw. It's him. It's Sky Zoo, Conway, and Westside, produced by Paul Brown. Anyway, he said, yo, you try to cross the mob, that ain't smart at all. The type of shit that get you pussy, cut it off. Look in your eyes and see you ain't got heart at all. You ain't hard at all. Leg shot till you walk it off. Homie, you was all talking small. Now that you shot and you bleeding, you want to call the law. I heard this shit, Sky. I know how to start it off. Fuck it. Told my son Zoo, I'm going to write the art of war. Yo, I'm saying one before the heroin. Listen, lyrically, we ain't the same, and there's no comparison. Rather than a shot that what I did, it wasn't fair to him. I guess I'm Kobe, I crossed him, but I was carrying and still shot it. You fuck the talk, and I don't hear that. Have dudes running out their Nikes when I Air Max. Basquiat on the draw, I'm top 3 where I came from. Matter of fact, I'm a machine. I'm top 3 in the game. What? So let me just go through this through the punchlines here, man. Yo, I heard this shit. I heard it. Shit, Scott. I know how to start it off. Fuck it. Told my son Zoo, I'm gonna write the Art of War. So if you know who wrote the Art of War, it's Sun Tzu, but my son Zoo, like Sky Zoo. And then he's like, yo, I'm Kobe. I crossed him when I was carrying. You know, I mean, a little sneak diss on Kobe there. And he said, I have you running out your Nikes when I Air Max. You know what I mean? I mean, it's just, I love that stuff, man. You know, and like I said, it is ignorant. You know, shoot. That's why I tell people, I'm like, if you want to hear some ignorant, like wild, like grimy hip hop, this is where it's at. But this is the stuff that get me excited. So yeah, that's what I got. I put them up there because I figured nobody else is gonna do it, and I don't want to go being a white guy bringing up Eminem right away. So we'll get into it.
I was Conway. My favorite MC right now. He's easily my favorite. Conway got so many quotables. I mean, off the top, yo. He say, yo, I'm shooting like, what he say? Even if it's broad day outside, I'm still letting out the K outside. Nigga, I'm shooting like clay outside. You know what I mean? Like the stuff that, oh my, yo, Conway's beyond.
Then one of them get shot in the face or something?
Yeah. Conway got shot in his face. He got this thing called ball palsy where like half his face.
Okay, yeah.
It's messed up. But yo, I don't have any, yo, those are the dudes I'm always looking for. You know, the new West Side Gun. Yo, and for everybody out there watching who don't know, you already know I got a best of mixtape that I done did for Conway and Westside, so go check that out. Yo, since we staying on what people already said, y'all already know Big is my favorite MC. I think he's the best MC. I'm gonna go, since Porsche already took some, I'm gonna say one of my favorite verses from Big, Long Kiss Goodnight.
Oh yeah.
Oh, beat like Delaware when I release. Like Little C's, nigga, please, blood floods your dungaree. That's only half of my war path.
Yeah.
I'll cry later. I rhyme
later. And the every player hater.
Spectator.
Or spectator.
Twice.
Mama City twice.
He be like, yo, he
nice, but that's on the low though.
Dodo try to play me at my show. I pull out fofos and do open clothes. Short change niggas. Snort cane niggas. Extortion came quicker, brought the range, nigga. You still tickle me. I used to
be the strongest whipple B. Just little C's cripple me. Now we'll play hard, let my girls cripple me.
How I be. Y'all know the rules. Move from
BK to New Jerusalem.
About all the planes we flew, bitches we ran through. Now the year's new. I lay my game flat. I want my spot back. Take two. Motherfuckers bad niggas new because they envious. Too many
brothers on my dick shit. And you
bust, you lose strength, but much stamina. Slugs miss you. We ain't mad at you. We ain't mad at you. Concussions ain't nothing. Cage come out fronting, smoking something, sipping white Russian, bitch in the bins bumping. I laced it with the basics. 6
TVs a system.
I knock you for your re-up. Wipe the pee up. Lick shots. Smoke your seat up. Go in the ashtray. Spark the weed up. Long kiss. Yo.
That was my verse. That's the verse I was going to use.
Yo, let me tell you, man. Wow. I'm telling you, man. It's something about Big. We going to go with the next joint. My down.
Wait. Hold up. Kill.
See, I'm hyped, man. Y'all got me.
I don't want to move too fast from that long kiss for a second because number one, it's almost like you got the genius of Big as you just sort of illuminated with just the lyrics. Big in his prime and RZA in his prime on the production.
Yeah.
Two geniuses in their prime. I mean, that beat, I can hear it when you just said the lyric. Like, I can't actually contain myself because I'm hearing the song and the beat is perfect with the strings.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that verse is crazy.
Yeah. Whenever somebody come at me with some big shit, I'm always go there. We gonna
kiss good night.
My downfall. My moms and pops mixed me with Jamaican rum and
risky.
Would have set off. Should have pushed the dead off. Wipe the sweat off. Cause in this world I'm dead off. Been sped off. Ain't no shook hands in Brooklyn. Army fatigues bring fatigues to enemies. Look, man, you want to see me locked up, shot up. Mom's crouched over the casket, screaming bastard, crying. You know my friends is lying. Y'all know who killed them. Filled them with the Lugers from the Rugas or the deserts. Dying ain't the shit, but it's pleasant. Kinda quiet. Yo, dying ain't the shit, but it's
pleasant.
Kinda quiet. Watch my niggas crying. Giving cats the opposites of diets. You gain 30 pounds when you die. Lazy, don't lie. I was high when they hit me. Took a few cats with me. Shit, I need the company. No apologies in order. The Tierra, my daughter. If it was up to me, you would be with me. Sort of like Daddy Dearest. Yo, I done lost my part silences. Like, so you don't hear us. Like, yo, man, Big was just, I don't even know, man. And real quick one, just to end it. The last verse from Kicking the Door. This goes out for those who choose to use disrespectful views on the King of NY. Fuck that. Why try throw bleach in your eye? Now you railing. Come on, y'all. Now you
light shit.
Come on, snatch that light shit up. Conscious of your nonsense in 88. Sold more powder than Johnson. Feel like Bronson. Vigilante. Niggas want to get on you. Need to ask me. Ain't no other kings in these rap sheets. In this rap thing, they siblings. Nothing but my children. One shot, they disappearing. It's ill when MCs used to be on cruddy shit. Took home ready to die. Listen to
study shit.
Now they on some money shit. Successful, lightweight, fragility, my 9mm light shape. And y'all still stupid. Like, yo, man. I don't even. Yo, I'm not even here for the best argument. Come on, man. I mean, you see everybody get excited when Big comes.
Yeah, that's true.
Telling people when people be talking that Jay shit, it's nothing no knock on Jay.
It's true.
But when you throw on Big, I'm telling you something get up in you. It's almost like going to church and getting that holy, like something come up in you when Big's.
They got the voice.
Yeah, he had the.
That's a gift. Everybody ain't got their voice.
Yeah, he had.
And it's the flow, and it's the delivery, and it's the.
It's everything.
But you know my one knock against Big. We already discussed that.
What's that?
Just the content gets repetitive after a while. Yeah, outside of that,
no doubt. Outside of that, on the content, but you know when Big dropped, it's 93. I'm at Morgan. I'm in my wild out years. This was perfect for me. Now at 44,
But I also have to remember he was 24 when he died, so we ain't get to
exactly. That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
that verse that Kill just said, he wrote that at probably 23.
Yeah, exactly.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So big, that's my big joint. Nigel, who you got up next, man? And what we gonna do to try and just keep it moving? We just gonna go with one verse. So Nigel, who's your next MC? And give me the verse you want to go.
My of all time is Tony Stark's The Ghost.
Please don't take my voice.
So I got 3 on here, but I'm only gonna pick one. Now let me just say it like this: my one of the verses on there I can't say, because although my children are upstairs asleep, I don't even feel comfortable saying these lyrics while they're in the same house as me.
Wildflower.
Yo, Wildflower. It might be the most emotional song ever. And actually, I told Kill this the other day, that Ghost is one of the only MCs that I know that expresses his vulnerability. Like, yes, I'm the dopest rapper, but yo, my girl cheats on me. Like, I broke, so sometimes things don't go right for me, and I appreciate. And Wildflower, although it's vulgar, is really his pain at his girl cheating on him. So I'm not gonna say those lyrics because, like I said, I don't even feel comfortable with that. But the one I'm gonna say is kind of a commercial song, but I love the lyrics to Camé. Yeah. So you guys all know that Camé is three people: Capadonna, Ray, and Ghost. And I'm gonna just say Ghost's lyric. I know y'all probably want to sing along with me, so feel free. All right, what's happening, Brown Sugar? Say you look so good today. Bracelet wrapped around your leg.
Have a seat.
Complimentary drinks is on me. Bartender Chevalier Chateau at table 3. Luxurious rings, eyes sparkling. What's your name, sugar? Juanita Cash Hawkins. Your complexion gives a reflection of sometime a black woman just need to be loved quiet and shy. Baby girl, I give you baby, you wanna hit me with the keys to that file? Just joking, baby. I have a sharp sense of humor. Wish I would have bumped into your frame a lot sooner. What's your physical degree? 31, 33, half Hawaiian with a slight touch of Chinese. You working at a law firm on 5th Avenue. 3 blocks from the Gucci spot is where I trapped you. Yo, I'm all into older women who's happy living, love kids, and keep all of this in the crib, and not afraid to doubt. Neither God is on your side. We holding hands so death do us apart, and then we slide. Earring in the left side of your nose, love my combo. Could have left my ways 1,000 times, maybe tonight though. Sexy motherfucking damn. What's the recipe? Damn. Can you cook, darling? At the stove you're revolving. Baked macaroni, turkey wings, a brother starving. Take my number, let me pull the chair from under. I have fun, flush your backyard, swing with thunder. I mean, if you really hear what this dude is saying, like he, I guess I'm gonna just speak for the brothers, but like he's so in the moment that he's saying, I should have left my girl, my whiz. I should have left my whiz 1,000 times, maybe tonight though.
Ghost is one of them dudes, man. Yeah. Ghost. we gonna get into it a little bit later because I want to say something when I go again. But we gonna talk about Ghost with me. You talked about the other day, Nigel. But we gonna get into that. But yeah, Camé was stupid. Porsche, what about you? What you got?
I got Nas on my list, and the Nas line actually that I love is when he, and this is my favorite hip hop quotable in all of the entirety of the genre, and it's a thug changes and love changes and best friends become strangers, and that's from The Message. that's my favorite. So, and I love it, and I think it's just filled with so much experience, and I would say experience. I mean, he's not saying it for no reason, and it's like the truest thing ever. So, I love that.
It's funny. I always use that line too when people talk about like friendships falling off or whatever like that. And since you ain't quoting joints, what are your other two Nas joints too?
The other two were his verse in Verbal Intercourse, and
I knew it. Thank you for not saying that one.
Yeah, and verse 2 in If I Ruled the World.
All right, no doubt, no doubt. The one thing I'll say about that, I know Nas always catches hell for If I Ruled the World because I hate that shit too. But if you take out the commercial element,
just take the beat away. Yeah,
lyrics are crazy. You know what I mean? I don't think a lot. Anytime people say If I Ruled the World, most people are like, I don't even want to hear nothing else. But when you really read the lyrics are ill. Like if this was on some old Nas over a 96 Primo beat with them same lyrics, cats wouldn't be thinking about like that. So just wanted to put that out there, Porsche, because a lot of times people front on that song.
I like lyrics over beats and production anyway. So I always listen to an album, like I tune out the beats and I listen to the lyrics. So for me, it doesn't, I'm good.
Yo, the Jizza said that way. Will, the Jizza said only the dumb are intrigued by the drum.
No question. Like I said, I know it sounds like a woo shit, but like because they're my favorite group of all time. But Inspector Deck is my number 2, and I think it's because he's underappreciated. And obviously, I'm going with Triumph. This is fucking Hall of Fame lyricism at its best. Yeah, I mean, I'm going with Triumph. I'm going with Triumph. I bomb atomically. Socrates' philosophies and hypotheses. Can't stop finding how I drop these mockeries. Lyrically perform armed robbery. Flee with the lottery. Possibly they spotted me. Battlestar Shogun. Now, just right there. This dude, he's flipping a word, his cadence, his flow, the syllables. Big use that quote unquote big word shit. But Deck can use the same dexterity, same word flow, same speed, same cadence, and go toe for toe with anybody. I don't give a fuck who they are. The only thing is he didn't have the same push. But nonetheless, when my pen hits, tremendous. Ultraviolet shine blind forensics. I inspect you through the future sea millennium. Killer Bee's soul, 50 gold, 60 platinum. Yo, now picture that. I don't own 60 million of anything combined in my entire fucking life, let alone 50 million fans, 60 million fans. I inspect you through the future sea millennium. Killer Bee's soul, 50 gold, 60 platinum. Shackling the masses with drastic rap tactics. Graphic displays melt the steel like blacksmiths. Black Woo jackets, Queen Bees ease the guns and rumble with the patrolmen. Tear gas lace the function. Heads by the score take flight inside a war. Chick take the floor. Die-hard fans demand more. Behold the bold soldier. Control the glow slowly. Proceeds to blow, swinging swords like shinobi. Stomp grounds and pound footprints in solid rock. Who got it locked? Performing live on stage, your hottest block. Now, that goes to a testament of Inspector Deck, just about how lyrical ambidextrous he is, where he could take just a 4-bar, throw it in as just a regular punchline, and then someone take it and flip it as their own chorus. Like, I gotta chill, y'all. I'm getting hyped.
It's all good. It's all good. Nick, who you got up for your next MC in a verse, B?
I'm gonna go back to Ghostface. The 3 songs I chose was Fourth Chamber, Criminology, and then where I got my IG name from, the Nutmeg off of Supreme Clientele. Even Ghost has said he don't know what the hell he was talking about. It's just some fly ghost slang. He was like, scientific. My hand kissed it. Robotic. Let's think optimistic. You probably missed it. Watch me dolly dick it. Scotty Body copped it to me. Big microphone hippie. Crispy chicken bird threw up a stone Richie. Said chop the O, sprinkle a little snow inside of Optimo, swing the John McEnroe, tennis player, rap rock and roll, tidy bowl, gun ho pro, Starsky with the gum soul. That's my joint. IG. I'm gonna end it right there. just some fly ghost shit, just some fly ghost slang. Even he said he don't know what the hell he was talking about. It just sounded fly.
Yo, you want to know the funniest thing is two things. I know that verse like the back of my hand. I never realized he said Starsky with the gum soul, because when I saw your IG, I'm like, my nigga, when you change your name to Starsky,
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean? You know, I'm like, yo, what the hell does that even mean, dog? Like, yo, it's close. I'm like, oh, man, fuck it. Back to what Will was saying about Deck. One thing that people don't give Deck a lot of credit for is the way he sets his rhymes off. That's a lost art. Seeing, you know, with the joint Above the Clouds, you know, Ali
the Gang Star joint,
triple extra large, wild like rock stars, the smash
guitars.
Like Deck is that's a trait that MCs don't have anymore. Not all MCs even had that trait in the 90s, but Deck was one of them.
What about when he starts the joint on is it called Fish? When he's like, we eat fish, toss salads, and make
rap ballads. Yeah.
Like that's what I mean by every MC doesn't have that gift to be able to set a song off, and you are able to remember how it does in such a way, and that's something that Deck does that he doesn't. You know what I mean? Like, you know, Nick, I think you and Porsche, one of y'all were on the show when we was talking about the belts, where we're always talking about who's the GOAT, and we always miss out on these other MCs, and we don't give them love for the art that they bring to the table. It's like, if you're not the GOAT, then we don't even want to talk about you. You know what I mean? So that's one thing about Deck that I love that, you know, definitely slept on. So
a dude on Twitter, he did like rank the Wu MCs strictly from the Wu albums, like not ranking the solos. And when you look at it like that, Deck is arguably the best one. Right. If it ain't Jizza, you know, he's like the best.
Right. No doubt. Jake, who you got for your next one, man?
Before, I just want to say one thing real quick about that Deck verse also on Above the Clouds. That song was very influential, or I don't know, instrumental in my life at the time. But one thing I have in my daily readings I do every morning, I got in my notes, I'm the maker, owner, plus soul controller. You know, and that's the prelude to that verse where it says, Ayatollah rests in the sky, the clouds my sofa. But because that's what I have to keep reminding myself, like I'm in charge. I take ownership over what happens in my life. I'm the sole controller, you know, after God, of course. But anyhow, so I'm going to go ahead and do it and bring out Slim Shady, baby.
Here's
the thing about me and Eminem. So, backstory, I was rapping my ass off since I was like 13. And I used to go to parties when I was like 16, and I used to battle dudes that were like 25. And like I had a lot of fun, and it was really good. And then Eminem comes out. And it's like you're not just getting by on being a white cat that can flow anymore, you know, because Eminem just killed everything. So I was like, damn. But I heard a lot of his stuff from before, you know, because I had been reading about the Rap Olympics and this guy Eminem. And so this is from a song, was actually this dude's Scam, was called 365. 365 or Old World Disorder, I think. Man, I don't know. You know, like Slim had all these weird like half groups he was kind of in and all this stuff. I don't know. But this song was just a little single. I think it was on Raucous, but I'm not positive. And this is the verse when I'm trying to tell people like about Eminem before. Hi kids, do you like violence? And I'm like, ugh, all that stuff. All right, so he says, some people say I'm strange. They're telling me it should change. I'm still the same lame asshole with a different name. They came late to the last show with a different dame. My brain's ate from the last, I sniffed the cane. You know you spaced the fuck out like George Lucas when your puke is turned into yellowish orange mucus. So when I grab a pencil and squeeze it between fingers, I'm not a rapper. I'm a demon who speaks English, a freak genius. Too extreme for the weak and squeamish. Burn you alive till you scream to be extinguished. Because when I drop the science, they tell me to stop the violence. I'll start a fire and I'll block the hydrants. I'm just a mean person. You never seen worse than. So when Slim gets his M16 bursting, you getting spun backwards like every word of obscene cursing on the B-side of my first single, you know, the clean version. I'll stop your short life while you're still a teen virgin. unless you get a kidney specialist and a spleen surgeon in the best hospital possible for emergency surgery. Try to stop the blood flow from your ruptured sternum internally. Blech. This is my jam right here. I'll take it back before we knew each other's name. I'll run an ultrasound, snatch you out your mother's frame. I'll take it further back than that, back to Lover's Lanes, the night you first thought of, and I'll cockblock your father's game. It just keeps going on. So just as a lyricist and as a battle rapper myself, when this came out, I'm like, oh my God. You know what I mean? You talk shit about people's mothers, and you might say some shit about, I don't know, but you want to take him off the planet, but he's talking about, I'll take it back before we knew each other's name. I'll run an ultrasound and snatch you out your mother's frame. It's like, oh man, I couldn't. So I guess I'll just go with that one for now, man. That's when I was like, oh, okay, I gotta start writing. I gotta start writing a lot, because when you say getting spun backwards, like every word of obscene cursing on the B side of my first single with the clean version, it's like, I don't know, I can't. I'm like, well, I'm getting too hyped now, man. Now I gotta go. That verse came out in 1996, I think.
The dope thing is what you talking about M, and that's dope that, like you said, that he inspired you. Because to me, that's always got to be a thing. If you an MC, it should be a verse that makes you want to quit. You know what I mean? Like, or either figure you got to step your game up. You know what I mean? So, like you said, that was a dope joint. Next dude I'm gonna go with, me and Nigel was talking about him early in the week. The thing that I think these two MCs kind of run a parallel line with is that if I would have told you that Ghostface Killer would be the nigga out the crew to be repping Wu, if I would have said that in 93, dudes would have looked at me like I was crazy. Like, yo, I don't know who Ghostface Killer is. Like, and the dude I'm about to talk about, my nigga Sean P, you know what I mean? Like, if you would have said that, that this dude that was going to be the dude who was the head of the boot camp clique, niggas would have been like, you mean Rock with the scar? Like, nah, the other nigga. Like, the other nigga? But Sean, the thing I loved about P was he's similar to Ghost in the place of he has his own style. You know what I mean? The verse I'm going to go with, and it's hard to pick one, but I'm going to go with Barbarian. He says, nah. This is bully rap. This is bully rap. He says, you coward of bogus, split head like Red Sea, power of Moses. Due to my weight gain, I had to double the dosage of drugs that I do, and niggas stay toasted P. Body G harming your bars. Ruck keep you slumped in the park, Paul. Listen, God is the greatest. Allah, Akbar, praise God. Ooh, who threw hot rocket, cop car off my dean, red light off the beam. Watch the scene, niggas trying to cross the team. Listen, nigga, my heat scorching. Niggas coming with the cops out like Tracy Morgan. Hey, I fuck around and throw your baby organ. Use your baby organs just to make a baby organ. Ooh, I sell dope to your mama, and I ain't even vote for Obama. I love dude because again, I love his style. That nigga just say P out of nowhere, the stuff. What did was just funny dude. If y'all never listened to P, go watch some YouTube clips with him. He's hilarious. And the thing that got me back into him is when he came out like, yo, I'm the brokest rapper. Like at a time when everything was about floss and everything else, it was like, nah, my nigga, I'm broke.
Monkey bars.
You know what I mean? Yeah, monkey bars, exactly. You know what I mean? Like what he said, I love selling Nicks at night. Come home to my kids and watch Nick at Night.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Nick at Night.
You know what I mean? Like I said, great miss because most people in hip hop always have to put an asterisk by it. It's like I'll take another Outkast album if Dre is rapping, and I'll take this person's album if with Sean P, just give me a Sean P album. It's no asterisk. Whatever. I don't care who. I don't care. It ain't like Sean P would beat just whatever Sean P did was good money for me. So Nigel, who you got up next?
You're the second person I've ever heard in my life rep Sean Price and Ruck.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, he's really, and I didn't even take what you were saying as a joke. If you really did say that to most people in a hip hop conversation, they would think that you made a mistake and you meant rock.
Yeah, I mean, I've been there before with cats, but the thing is dudes who know P, they know how nasty dudes get. You know what I mean? And to me, if even in 2018, you know, like me and you talking about, sometimes people turn hip hop off. You know what I mean? So if you turn hip hop off in 97, 98, I get you saying, oh shit, you mean rock. But if you were still listening and you still got your ear to the streets, like, yo, you know Sean P. You know what I mean? So, it is what it is with P. But who you got for your next one, Nigel?
All right, so I got one out of the 5 people on my list. I do have one that is more like, and he will be on my all-time best of list. I think you guys have discussed them already this evening, and that's Nasir Ben Olura Jones. But the verse that I want to share is it's not one of his more popular joints, but I think it's a great verse, and it's from the Lost Tapes album, and the song is called No Ideas Original.
Yeah.
Y'all know about that joint?
Yeah, I think that's like the lead off track. Alchemist did the beat, the Barry White sample.
It's like a lot of drums. It's a lot of drums, and it's no. So he goes.
Yeah, the No Ideas Original, nothing new under the sun. It's never what you. Yeah, that joint. Yeah.
There's two different beats to that.
My mind, you'll find where bodies are buried. First, look past the hotties and dimes. Go to the center. Enter with caution past the brain cell graveyard where weeds responsible for memory lost. Let's witness the horrific. The stench will make you nauseous. See what I seen every day. I live with this torture. Lighting spliffs up to stay high like 24 hours. Sleep with my heat. Wash with my gun in the shower. My tongue is power. It thrills women, kills demons. Long as I'm still breathing, I'm still winning. I teach them. The hood converted from tray bags to 20s a girl. Everybody had money. Every summer was real ill. 4-finger rings, dope dealers, cane. No half-stepping with flat tops when Rakim rain. Radios on card tables, Benetton, the God's building. Ask for today's mathematics, we allow as children. And this was going on in every New York ghetto. Kids listen, 5% said it's pork and jello. We coincide, we in the same life. Maybe a time difference on a different coast, but we share the same sunlight. Your part of the world might be like colors and gangs, while on my side, brothers will murder for different things, but it all revolve around drugs, fame, and shorties. Stuck for your bling, stripped for your chain. Same story from Czechoslovakia to Texas metropolis. Them treacherous rocksters and the Mexican mafias be scrapping with tats on their back. Violent wars, nothing less than a lethal injection if ever caught. Courtrooms, eagles and flags, American style. While in our world, the ghetto stays incredibly foul. Watching for paint chips, don't want no lead in your child. But them gangsters put lead in your child. The bezzy be out. The chain is like 100K. Shining since Roxanne Shante may run away. That's been a minute. Genesis is deep. My features are that of a god. It's not a facade. It's a fact these rappers want to be Nas. My exodus doesn't exist. I'll never leave the streets. It's all in my mind. Even with the sleep, I duck in nines in my dreams. Sirens, wide awake. Why'd I think it ever would change? Can't hide when you famous or even try to do the same thing. Like somebody's always watching my life. Before I walk out the door, I size up every option. Eyes cut in every direction. It's like God or guns, which is better protection. Can't decide, that's a hard one. I mean, they want to see me in prison. The chains bamboozled. Headline reading, rapper slain from a man shoot.
Yeah. I mean, it was like one. It was like one long verse too, right?
Yeah, no hook. Yeah. Just I get tired when he finishes that verse. It's just so heavy.
Yeah, no doubt. That's dope. Porsche, what you got?
Yeah.
I got Tupac next. And Tupac was the hardest one to pick, like even 3 verses, but I managed. The one I want to share is Words of Wisdom, verse 2. And that song is just filled with like exactly who Pac was as like, you know, the Pac we saw in interviews and the one who went against all governments and this and that. But this is the verse. So it says, pledge allegiance to a flag that neglects us, honor a man that refuses to respect us. Emancipation Proclamation, please. Lincoln just said that to save the nation. There are lies that we all accepted. Say no to drugs, but the government's kept it. Running through our community, killing the unity. The war on drugs is a war on you and me. And yet they say this is the home of the free. But if you ask me, it's all about hypocrisy. I love it. It's like timeless. This will be applicable at every point in the history of the world. So I love it. I love Pac for this, and that's the one. And then the other two I had were the first verse of Thug's Mansion and Life Goes On, verse 3.
All right. You and like my pot tutors. You know, man. Y'all direct me in the way of pot.
Yeah.
Yeah, they the pot tutors, man.
I like that.
I ain't really, I like pot to a certain point, but these two fool me on which way to go. Nick, what's your next joint?
Sean P. I mean, you already touched on it. I'm gonna do like a lighthearted verse, a funny verse. It's like, listen, and the boy better. I do it for real. You acting, Andrew Lloyd Webber. Real McCoy, leather from the back of the cow ass. The culture power will kill you. F it, the 4 blast. I said the same thing twice. He said, telephone gun. My nigga, the thing ring twice. You cock diesel. Nigga, extra ginseng type. I pop eagle. Nigga with the thing ring price. Sean is the first name. Fifth first mother, the first flame. Earthlings leave their face in the street. You pick up your face and wait for the police. But the father do floss. I'll make your mom suck mine with barbecue sauce. So, for that cat to end the verse.
Damn.
Like I said, the dude was funny without trying, man. And I didn't do it justice because I don't have the voice or the delivery. So people, please go pick up Sean Price, all of the albums if you ain't got it. The joint is called Barbecue Sauce. If you listen to that song and not laugh one time, I mean, something's wrong.
No doubt. Jake, what you got up next, good brother?
I'm gonna bring. I don't know. I got. Y'all mess with Odyssey?
Yeah,
I like Odyssey a lot, man. That's one of him and Sky Zoo are kind of like my favorite. And it's funny because I didn't put Sky on here actually. I just go to them for like that. I don't know. I feel like they're the same age as me. They say what's going on. So anyway, Odyssey got this album called Tangible Dream, and the title track is incredible. And I'm just gonna go to some highlights of it, man. His flow is kind of different too. So when I'm trying to read it, I'm like, huh? Let's say, verse 2. All right. Say, my old soul remains forever young. I've done it all and still doing shit I ain't never done. See, it depends on your definition of winning. I didn't start from the bottom. I started from the beginning. Born up in Uptown, PG's where I lived. Slept in a dresser drawer and we couldn't afford a crib. Parents got a divorce. My father got him a Benz. My mother remained poor and I was caught in the mix. Now I'm eating fried chicken while I'm talking about philosophy. Debating the economy while clogging up my arteries. A ghetto bougie, so all that shit is a part of me. Gave her an inch when all he wanted is a yard, see? Yo, this is poverty under palm trees. Chilling near the grave and the grove was within arm's reach. But thanks to gravity, apples is on the ground and I use my GPS for the scrounge. It's like very open, very like, yo, this is who I am, man. Yeah, I'm gonna debate philosophy and I'm gonna eat fried chicken and kill myself at the same time. Yep. And but my favorite part of that whole verse is like, I didn't start from the bottom. I started from the beginning. Because that's how I think. That's the philosophy. Like, the big Drake song, especially, oh my God, every kid, I'm out in the suburbs, like, started from the bottom, now we here. No, you didn't start from the bottom, and neither did Drake. I hate that song. Like, you're an idiot. You're on Nickelodeon, bro, or Disney, or whatever. You didn't start from the bottom. You had a swimming pool. You had a swimming pool when you were a kid. So shut up. But he's like, I didn't start from the bottom. I started at the beginning. You start at the beginning, wherever that is. It's not like you don't put yourself down. You know what I mean? I like that.
Right.
So I actually was going to use all 3 verses for him on that song. That song is just incredible. So if you don't know Odyssey yet, start with any of them, but Tangible Dream is the first album that I really got into him on, and then everything after that's awesome, man.
All right, no doubt, no doubt. The next dude I got up, similar to what Jake was talking about with with Conway. One of the dudes, I've never been into a whole bunch of coke rap and all that, but Pusha T just has,
man.
I don't know. Everybody was passed to somebody. My wife used to be watching videos with me back in the 106 and Park days. She would get mad, all these naked women, but she loved Beyonce. I'm like, she has too. Beyonce gets the pass. I don't know why, but Pusha gets the pass for me. I'm gonna get these off too. I can't pick one. This is off a joint called Blow. Malice found religion. Tony found prison. I'm just trying to find my way about this fucking kitchen. A bird's eye view got me channeling my vision. Turn 1 to 2. Now the kilo's got a sibling. Fathers knows best. Wash my hands. All forgiven. We kicking up dust like they Coliseum floors. Walls full of safe like they mausoleum doors. She getting wet while she walking through my lawn. Grants, Jackson, no room for George. God is in you motherfuckers. The art imitates life. Your world star hip hop fame based off of imitation white. Eliminate the fool's gold and imitation ice. My music for your soul, inspiration for your life. Every dime I made in life wasn't disastrous. Help my young see my way through the bachelor's. Sent my old right back to get a master's. Same graduation, I was clapping in the rafters. This dude that he sent swimming to college at the same time. Same graduation, clapping at the same time. Real quick, cook it down. Got me looking at the crowd from a bird's eye view because I hit the ground running from the bird's eye flu. Now I'm standing at the top with the word's eye view. Rap shit will drive you crazy. It done drove Shine Jew. Now it's a talk. Now I'm hotter than a Molotov. Tell you I need $1 million for my monologues. A small price to pay for my cocaine catalogs. Scout the coop now like a tomahawk. Travel live stories. I pray that you could ignore me. If you can't feel the joy of a hustler in his glory, hiding money in the wall from the 1st to 3rd story, ATL, Glen Ranch condos. True story. A man in everything that I say I am. A little better than the fans hope and pray I am. Weed the jokers out the deck. I just play my hand. Smokers getting stuck and going nuts like it's Peter Pan. You know what I mean? Again, disastrous, coke selling. I don't know how he does it. Me and my man Mills used to say, how many more ways can he find a way to make it up?
And he finds a way.
He finds a way.
He makes drug dealing sound like a great career. Yeah, other people it's like fast food.
Right out of college, like, yo, I'm in a class of selling coke. I don't know how he does it. You know, he said something one time. What did he say? He said something, you run in the race just to settle for Solange. You know what I mean? And I didn't even get it at first. And my man was like, yo, he's saying you got to settle for Solange second. You going to come.
You can't get Beyonce. Yeah, you got to settle for Solange.
Like, you got to settle for Solange. Like, yo, man, push your T. Nigel, what's your next one, bro?
All right, so my next one is one of my all-time favorite MCs, and it's Talib Kweli. And he's one of the cats, you know, like when I was telling you the other day, when I'm on a long drive, Talib is one of the few MCs that, like, when I play him, if I'm listening to his music by myself on an early Saturday morning by myself in the car, like I could actually come to tears sometimes because he just moves me so much with his lyrics. But this verse is from one of my favorite songs, actually, called Thieves in the Night.
Yeah, good one.
Yeah, so he says, give me the fortune, keep the fame, said my man Lewis. I agreed, know what he mean, because we live the truest lie. I asked him why we follow the law of the bluest eye. He looked at me, he thought about it, was like, I'm clueless. Why? The question was rhetorical. The answer is horrible. Our morals are out of place and got our lives full of sorrow. And so tomorrow coming later than usual, waiting on someone to pity us while we finding beauty in the hideous. They say money is the root of all evil, but I can't tell, know what I mean? Pesos, francs, yens, cowrie shells, dollar bills, or is it the mind state that's ill, creating crime rates to fill the new prisons they build? Over money and religion, there's more blood to spill. The wounds of slaves in cotton fields that never heal. What's the deal? A lot of cats who buy records are straight broke, but my language universal, they be reciting my quotes. While R&B singers hit bad notes, we rock the boat of thought that my man Lewis' statements just provoke. Caught up in conversations of our personal worth, brought up through endangered species status on the planet Earth. Survival tactics mean busting gats to prove you're hard. Your firearms are too short to box with God. Without faith, all of that is illusionary. Raise my son, no vindication of manhood necessary.
That
So I mean, Talib is just a beat.
Star joint, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, no doubt. And you know, while we on it, give them your last joint too. Who's your number?
Okay.
5? And Neil.
So my last joint is a guy who I told Kill the other day that I feel like I grew up with Common. Because I mean, just like me, like I've gone through periods. I've gone through periods in my life where I was just off, just like Common.
You talking about the circus off? You talking about that off?
I'm talking about Electric Circus.
The
off.
cue card coming
When he was just
wearing the corduroy pants and the knit shirt, the knit sweater joint, you know?
Right. I've had some periods in my life where I was just a mess like that. You know what I'm saying? Where I was just off. But Common, not only we'd like the same age, but just as he's come of age as an artist, you know, I came of age as a young man too. So I've kind of, it's like people like I'm making music that I feel like as they've kind of developed, you know, who they are as a man and their philosophy, like so have I. So Common is more like a brother to me than he is a favorite MC. But I wanna share the lyrics for a song called "The Sixth Sense" on the Like Water for Chocolate album. So it goes. The lyric that I like, the verse that I like on this album says, in front of 2-inch glass and Arabs, I order fries. Inspiration when I write, I see my daughter's eyes. I'm the truth. Across the table from corporate lies, immortalized by the realness I bring to it. If Revolution had a movie, I'd be theme music. My music, you either fight, fuck, or dream to it. My life is one big rhyme. I try to scheme through it. Through my shell, never knew what the divine would bring to it. I'd be lying if I said I didn't want millions. More than money saved, I want to save children. Dealing with alcoholism and Afrocentricity. A complex man showing off simplicity. Reality is frisking me. This industry will make you lose intensity. The common sense in me remembers the basement. I'm Morpheus in this hip-hop matrix exposing fake shit.
Yeah.
And the thing I love about that verse is this. I think it's funny because when we were talking, when you first started, you were talking about you're not like allowed to critique Jay and like him. Like you have to choose between this dichotomy. And you know, as for me, somebody that studies like African spiritual systems, you know, I'm not like a Christian or a Jew or a Muslim. I'm into like the African spiritual systems, and for me, I think the beauty of it is there is not this idea of piety in the African spiritual system. So I actually learn from like my mistakes. You know what I'm saying? I learned from the idea that I could be two things that don't have to be mutually exclusive. So like when he's saying that, like a complex man showing off his simplicity, he talks about being an alcoholic. You know what I'm saying? He talks about his highs and his lows like they're all a part of his story. The parts that are neat and the parts that aren't. And that verse kind of captures that for me. And it really speaks to a lot of my philosophy on you could be like very selfish and very generous all at the same time. And once you give up like trying to sell your story as like all one way, you can kind of really tap into your humility and really tap into your humanity. And that verse does that for me.
No No doubt. The thing I loved about that verse, and it's funny, the whole if I don't like it, I don't like it. It don't mean that I'm hating. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I love that. The funny thing about it, Nick, on OK Player, when Electric Circus came out, Cash was trashing it, and Com was on the boards talking some shit, and I'm like, my nigga, I'm gonna quote you. Because he was basically saying we was hating because we ain't like Electric Circus. And I was like, my G, if I don't like it, I don't like it.
I don't like it. I don't
mean
mean
I mean. You know what I mean? Like, dog, just pussy whip right now don't mean I gotta like it.
Thank you.
Keep moving. So,
cold-blooded.
This my man Nick who I was telling you about that people who love Electric Circus.
Well, no. I don't.
I'm not saying you love it.
No, I said no. I said the sound was tight. Common was the wrong MC for it. Like I could have seen somebody like Mos Def or Andre 3000 pulling that album off. Common was just the wrong cat for that sound.
I
knew what he was trying to do, but he just can't do it.
Porsche, who's your last two?
That's
I got Jay-Z and Raekwon as my last two.
All right.
And so for Jay, Jay's got a lot of really, really good verses everywhere. So this one was a tough one too, but I really like his verse on Usher's Hot Toddy. I don't know if you guys have heard it, but it's fun. Jay is fun on that, and I love the way he raps his verse. And this is the one I want to quote. So it says, they call me King Hove copy, big ballin' is my hobby. So much so they think I'm down with the Illuminati. My watch do illuminate. My pockets are toddy. But I'm God body. Y'all better ask somebody. I was born a god. I made myself a king, which means I downgraded to a human being. You was born a goddess. I made you my queen, which means we upgraded to Louis the 13th. I love the way he integrated all of that. So that's the verse I chose. And then the other two are Moment of Clarity, verse 1, and Fallen, verse 1.
All right, no doubt. Fallen verse 1 is crazy.
It's crazy. That whole song is crazy.
And
I love it.
The other day, and it started even more shit, but I had to pop it the other day. I'm always starting some shit on Twitter. But even when I don't mean to, I start shit.
You and me both, Kill. You and me both.
When we don't even try. I just literally said, for me, my new personal favorite Jay album is American Gangster. It's the one I pull the most. You know what I mean? I for years I said Reasonable Doubt, but every time that I want to hear Jay, I pull American Gangster. You know what I mean? So, and I think Nigel, me and you were talking about it at the center, where I was saying, like, and Nick, you may rock with this because I know you're not with the mics. I think I may have to not give anything 5 mics for at least 2 years. Give it 1.5 mics. Because one of the things about rock, no, you know what? I was talking to Vern about it. Because I was saying so much of a classic is how much I come back to it. You know what I mean? So it's almost like, you know, I'm not going to know that for a time being. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, nah, I definitely feel you on that. But yeah, even when I'm not trying to start shit, but American Gangster, that's my new favorite Jay-Z album. I didn't say it's his best album. And even when I just say it's my favorite, I still start shit. So
yeah,
I know.
Favorite niggas like, no, it's not. I'm like, well, I
guess they gonna tell you what your favorite is.
They gonna tell me what my favorite is. Like, I specifically,
it's Reasonable Doubt.
It's Jay-Z's best album. I'm not saying it's mine, and people like, no, it's not. I get it. You got it. I'm not gonna argue with you about what I like. You win. I got work to do. I got kids to help. So you win. Nick, what's your last? I mean, my bad. Will, what's your last two, man?
You had touched upon him before. My other dude was Sean Price. Rest in peace. I took that shit. I took that shit hard, like that was a death in the family. I couldn't believe that shit. And then rounding out my 5 is Fonte. He says, you check it out. They say mothers and sons should never. Oh, I'm sorry. This is off Chitlin Circuit 1.5. He says, check it out. They say mothers and sons should never depart. Always stay close to the heart and stand strong through whatever, regardless of their personal problems. It should always revolve around love. But lately, a brother been conscious because it's been becoming a nuisance when at the drop of a dime, you putting your 2 cents in. With the mention of the new love in my life. She here to stay, ma. It's not just a fuck for the night. I give a fuck if you like. The decision I carry, want to be happily married and not just stuck with a wife who can't adjust to my rapping, and her lips always yapping. And that's just what would have happened if I took your advice. Got baby moms asking more stacks, thinking my dough stacks, because me and the boys work for Leor. I think both of y'all need some Prozac. But I got lawyers, just in case she show her ass like Eeyore and want to get a piece of my hits. I support my child. Baby moms ain't entitled to shit. And it hurts to write this, because maybe now you understand. You're going to lose me as a son, so you respect me as a man. Holla. I mean, think about that. M got props for putting his shit out there. This piggybacks off of what Jake was saying. M got props for shitting on his mom. You knew everything from his daughter to his beef with Kim. And the shit that encapsulated that for me was he's got 2 joints. The Bonnie and Clyde joint, where he's talking about him and his daughter.
Yep.
Rock Bottom, and I piggyback. It's like one song together. The Bonnie and Clyde joint and Rock Bottom, where he's telling you like, yo, I ain't have shit. And like Sean P said, dudes were talking about flossing and how much cake they got, whatever. But M hit you with the joint like, yo, I'm a real person with real fucking problems. And not everybody can floss and talk about diamonds and shit. The true populace of the United States is dealing with some serious poverty. So that joint did it for me. And then I never heard somebody so vulnerable where he's screaming on a track on Kim, where he's like, yo, Kim, why don't you love me anymore? I've never heard a dude allow himself to go to those depths where he's like, yo, I'm expressing the pain and the angst where I'm liable to kill you. And it sounds fucking sadistic, evil, masochist. But think about the point a woman, no disrespect, Portia, a woman can drive you to where literally you feel that the only means of overcoming this is to end her existence. Fonte, he's saying to you, yo, in a more charismatic, more diplomatic way, like, yo, this is the woman who birthed me. And I'm at the point where she's lost me because of the constant demeaning, defamation, dehumanizing. Like, for me, like, it's being an MC, we can spit bars all fucking day. But what do you give to me that's gonna help change and make me better?
Hey, who's your
My bad.
Last 2, Pharaoh Munch. And with him, it's the Bring It On remix verse, the Straight Bullet joint. And he had the Equinox album, he had a joint called In Vitro, where he was rapping like being the fetus and, you know, the mom smoking and eating bad food and shit. And he thinking about committing suicide before she injects and has an abortion. Y'all know what Pharaoh goes with it. And also Nas, everybody already touched on that. I chose first verse from Take It in Blood, the verbal intercourse verse from Raekwon's album, and then second verse from It Ain't Hard to Tell.
All right, no doubt. And Jake, what's your last 2, bro?
I got Skilo, Bone Crusher, and Chingy. I'm just kidding. I'm joking.
When he said Skilo,
I was like, hold up, is that you?
I think it was. I hope I was a little bit taller. I was like, come on, man.
I'm a script flipper. I will make this into a corny ass podcast in 5 seconds. No, I had Nas. I had Common in there too. That actually, the Retrospect for Life. That song actually put me in tears as a 19-year-old kid. I played it for my roommate, and he freaking cried. And he didn't even like hip hop. It was nuts, man. So honorable mention: Nas, New York State of Mind, Part 2. That is a history lesson on how New York is from what I've encountered. I Gave You Power was totally insane. But Jay-Z, the first song on Kingdom Come. Nobody that I know, nobody I've talked to ever liked this verse as much as I like it. It's just one verse. At the time, the hip hop that was coming out was all that Bone Crusher stuff, Murphy Lee. Who's the one that's like, who's the one that Jermaine Dupri put out in that corny, I forget his name anyway. He said, yo, the game is fucked up, man. Beats are banging. Your hooks did it. Your lyrics didn't. Your gangster looks did it. So I would write it if y'all could get it. Being intricate will get you wood with it. On the internet, they're like, you should spit it. I'm like, yeah, you should buy it, man. It's good business. Forget this rap shit. I need a new hustle. A little bit of everything. The new improved Russell. I say reluctantly because I do struggle. And you see, I can't leave you, so I do love you. But I'm just a hustler disguised as a rapper. In fact, you couldn't fit the hustle inside of a rapper. It was back when crack was what these pills are. I was a real star, complete with real cars, no video ones. You can come set up a camera, let the video run. It goes on, and I know you all heard it a bunch of times. But the thing that I like about Jay is that I'm thinking this stuff in my head like, yo, can somebody please put out a record just calling these dudes out? Like, I'm like not fun to be around when it's like hip hop stuff, because I'm like, yo, like that's fake, that's corny, that's stupid, that didn't happen, that's the, you know what I mean? And it's almost, I'm too critical, but I wish, I'm like, yo, why do people like this? This is corny. And then he puts this out like, yo, your gangster looks did it, your lyrics didn't. Like, you're not a lyricist. And then he altered the same thing when he did Death of Auto-Tune. When he put that out, I was like, thank you, please, god damn, thank you for putting that out, you know. And then of course I had Sean Price, and I just want to bust this verse out, man, because this is the first time I heard Sean P. I didn't even know who he was. I listened to this verse probably like 7 times. Had to rewind it on the Walkman, if you know where I'm coming from, on the Smith & Wesson album, Session at the Dog Hill. Yeah. He starts that off with, yo, I flow fluidly. Who I be that be none of your beeswax? He's back for our squeeze gats. We don't need that, do we? Do we? Rap styles groovy. A dog like Tim, that's why you're scared to step to me. Do we have to result in fisted cuffs? See, I get swifter when the ruck erupts. So think not of what I am or what I do. Just recognize when I'm on the mic, I rule. So as a writer, right, you're writing flow fluidly, who I be, there be none of your beeswax, ease back for I squeeze gats, we don't need that, so for ease that, squeeze back, do that, and then he brings it back to do we, you know what I mean, like Fonte does, you know what I mean, but this was in like 95, yeah. Man, that dude ruined my brain for a long time. So yeah, Sean P, Nas, Jay-Z, Common, that's all in there. So I mean, it's hard. This, you know, like I said, my new dude changes all the time. Right now, I'm all about Crime Apple. I can't stop listening to Crime Apple, even though I can't even say that name out loud and with a serious face. But you know, changes. So
I hear this dude. My last 2, I got Common real quick. One of the ones that always stood out to me was The Corner. Third verse, black church services, murderers of rap serving burgers, cats with ghost permanents move their bags as herbalists, the dirt is just fertile, it's people working and earning this, the curb getters go where the cash flow that current is, it's so hot that niggas burn to live, the furnace is where the money moving to determine is, we talk shit, play lotto and buy German beers, it's so packed with the action that's affirmative, The Corner. You know what I mean? That was just crazy to me, especially coming off Electric Circus. That's what I needed to hear.
Yeah.
Coming off Electric Circus.
With who is that? Gil Scott Herring that was on that hook too?
Yeah, The Last Poets.
Yeah.
And then even though I wasn't in love with the album, I'm gonna go with this joint Kingdom. My money ain't straight, my fam ain't straight. Ain't wanna push keys, but heaven couldn't wait. I was hurting, couldn't get no work. You created me from dust, that's why I did dirt. You said the last show be first. Now I'm in a hearse. Was the cash really worth? My whole life I had to worry about eating. I ain't have no chance to think of what I believed in. When the days of the kingdom come, Chicago gonna come. I'm coming back like the prodigal son, and I got a son. And I don't want my waves following his. And I don't want no waves following him, the streets swallowing him. And I don't want no hollows on him. His mama says she sees his father in him. Hope it's the good things. Till life was over, I was understanding things. Standing at the gates because I've forgotten what I've done. I'm your son, but do I have the keys to get in? You know what I mean? Which I thought was a dope verse. The last dude I'm gonna go with, Nick knows I get so much hell.
I already know what you're gonna say.
Nobody. That's my
New Jersey.
I get so much hell, but I'm gonna tell y'all this. Portia, Nick know this. One of my students has been in the hospital for the past 2 weeks. Had to have brain surgery. She had a stroke. She's only 18. And when I'm in there, I go into the room and I'm praying with her and her mother I'm praying with her sister and her mother. and Mo was laying there, and the first thing that came into my mind was a Joe Budden. You know what I mean? And I made a quick post on Twitter about that's why I fuck with Joe, because in a time like that, you know, that's where I could go to. That Joe gave me some place I could go to, and I love it's kind of finalizing the show, and it's just everybody kind of spoke from a place of why this verse or why this person is their favorite. You know what I mean? And I think that's the thing that hip hop is supposed to do. You know, it's not wrong with having fun with the keys and all with the rah-rah, but I'm like, yo, when as much as I love Big at that moment, there wasn't a big line that could come from me. There wasn't a big line that or Nas rap. You know, and it's from this joint. This real quick, he just said something like, you know, when AM died, I was chilling with Travis Barker. He said, I wish it was something I could do to make him cheer up. And so I prayed, and he teared up, you know, and that's what I thought about when I was praying and we're crying and everything. It was like, that's why I fuck with Joe. But one of the things I love about Joe, one of the verses is only human. And what he says is, he says, trying to weather the storm. I thought that black cloud was gone, but it's been beside me all along. I want to sit in silence. Don't speak for a minute. Tired of being strong. Please let me be weak for a minute. Kind of thought that my disease tried to kill your man first. It was easy to get my hand on 30 milligrams of perk worse. Can't be depression. Couldn't have it this long. So many secrets I only told to a glass of Patron. Speaking of secrets, that's when I got the Kaylin text. Read it and cried, couldn't believe what she was saying next. She said that you're going through a lot. I hope you ain't in the grave and you're dead, because not too many people know your brain's a mess. Who knew that she was keeping track of it all? I wrote back LOL, but wasn't laughing at all. I ain't tell the other day I had that gun was in my lap, pen and pad in my hand, and I was writing a note. Didn't get far. As soon as I wrote down mom, I just stopped. Couldn't lie to her, couldn't figure out how to say bye to her, couldn't explain the why to her, couldn't picture her getting a call from somebody saying her son had died to her. And shortly after that, my pastor called, which at first I kind of thought it was weird, but the convo preserved me about God's grace and mercy. He ain't even say goodbye. He said, let us pray. And then he went into a prayer, gripped the phone, closed my eyes, just so happy he appeared. Nigga shed another tear. Maybe he could see that something had to God devour. Just thankful he shed some light upon my darkest hour. All of my thoughts are corrupt, but is this whack? If everybody calls you a duck, will you just quack? Guess a part of me really gives a fuck way in the back, because when I had that burner ready to bust, I didn't clap. You know what I mean? And to me, that was an ill verse. You know, we're talking about, like Will was talking about, you know, Fonte being open and everything like that. You know, that's something nobody's supposed to talk about in hip hop, thinking about committing suicide and dealing with depression or being addicted to drugs. But, you know, that's what Joe kind of goes with. And then the last verse, I always say anybody in a relationship, he had this joint called Ordinary Love Shit. And it's like an 8-minute song with him just talking about relationships. And a real quick part. Yeah, the three parts of it. And I always tell people, now I could give a fuck about how the other niggas treated you. If your ass was that perfect, they would be with you. I don't care if you dimed out. You'll say you're the best I'll ever had, and I'll say I'm willing to find out. Wait, I'm thinking about the bond and what happened to it. If you ain't lifting the burden, you probably adding to it. She says my logic's wild and it's sick to her. She says I'm all about self and I don't consider her. She says she doesn't have a voice in this relationship. I'm thinking, boo, you got a choice, so why you taking it? Certain shit I wouldn't stand for. I'm giving you my all, but she demands more. I wish that she would understand more. Certain shit you can't plan for. I'm guessing if you love me, if you was worth it. I should take some time out, figure you deserve this. But you just think that I'm full of it. We both come from backgrounds of bullshit. I'm fortunate that what you see in me. I'll stop lying to you once you start believing me. But I'm always someone you want to bring the questions to. It's less about me hiding shit, more about protecting you. It's totally different the way our minds are made up. To me, it's flirting's natural. To her, it's cause for breakup. To me, it's human nature. It agrees with the logic. Confusing being monogamous with being robotic. I talk to other girls and interact with them. You shouldn't take it as me trying to get in the sack with them. Just know with you is how I act alone. I signed up for a girl, not a chaperone. You know what I mean? So, like I said, you know, that's why I love Joe, because, you know, if you've been through a relationship, there's something in this verse that you can relate to as a man. You know what I mean? And, you know, like I said, sometimes you want that hip hop that can touch you like that. So that's my joints. Again, appreciate y'all for the time. Jay, give them all the info. Tell them what's good, where they get you on Twitter. If you in Boston, where they can get their cuts at. And tell them all the dope stuff you're doing in Boston, B.
Yeah, so I own a barbershop called The Chop Shop. You can see us at thechopshop508.com. 508 is the area code in the suburbs of Boston out here. I also just started my podcast, it's called The Barber Life. And Kill, I want you on there, man, because you know what you do for the youth with the haircuts is really what barbering's about to me. So anyway, but you catch me on Instagram and Twitter. It's at Jake_cuts_fresh. And you can hear me talking about not politics. What am I saying? Relationships and hip hop. never politics. That's politics. No, that was a Freudian slip. Never talk about politics is what I'm saying.
Freudian slip.
Nah, that's dope. That's dope, man. I'm proud of you for the work that you're doing up there in Boston, man. And again, that's how me and Jake linked up. Like I link up with so many other people through Twitter, just respecting each other's work, respecting each other's grind. So I'm proud of you for the work you're doing up there, man, for real. And the connection you make it with people. What's your next networking thing you got popping? You still doing those?
Yeah. So I kind of got behind on planning. It's supposed to be this month, but we're gonna have to push it to June. So I'm not exactly sure. But yeah, we just get a bunch of barbers in the room. We get a DJ. I go buy 230 racks, and we just hang out and cut hair and vibe about the industry, you know? Just like hip-hop, barbering is like full of culture vultures now and full of people that want to battle everybody, and they're the best, and they want to put other people out. It's like, dog, it's all love. Like, we all like doing the same thing, you know?
Right. Nah, I feel you. Good brother Nick. Give him all the good info, man.
Twitter is at Balloon, like the Daylight album. HLOONE. IG Starsky with the gum soul.
I can't stop laughing with you. Now I feel bad. I didn't even know it. I'm like, yo, I did not know that, but neither. Porsche, give them all your stuff.
Twitter and IG is Cherche La Porsche.
All right, no doubt. Nigel, you on Instagram or social media?
No, sir. I don't have nothing.
All right, well, you have to come through my teen center in DC and chop it up with us there in DC. You already know what it is with me at Kill889, Twitter, IG. We'll make beats for food. Got so much good stuff coming out. We got Me and Sight's album that's out right now. Continuum, produced by yours truly. Me and my man Jamal Gasol out in Niagara Falls, New York. Got our No Joy Without Pain Part 2 that's out. Working with this new MC, Mad Hatton. That's got some new joints coming, so definitely got some stuff coming. Y'all already know what it is. Keep it live. Appreciate the hell out of y'all. Check y'all out next week, y'all.